Maybe I'm alone in this, but growing up, I remember seeing Medal of Honor Rising Sun literally everywhere. I had a copy, all of my friends had a copy. It's like I just couldn't escape it. Despite it seemingly showing up everywhere, I never actually played through the whole thing, so we're gonna do that today. I tell you what, you're gonna wanna fasten your seatbelts for this one, fuck boys. Medal of Honor Rising Sun is wild. Level 1 is Pearl Harbor. From the Americans' point of view, not the Japanese point of view. Could you imagine? Whoa. The crazy thing about the Pearl Harbor mission is it's like really well done and played very seriously. Like the thing starts with you jumping out of your bunk and then you're like putting out fires on the ship, rescuing other sailors who are like, I don't know, fucking dying in fires. Then you get up to the deck of the ship and you're like shooting down the Japanese planes and shit. This came out in 2003, so for the time, like, it looks pretty cool. It's well done.
Neato.
You eventually get like blown off the ship and then you get into this little U-boat with some other of your boys and then you're like driving around all the ships and like shooting down more planes. Then there's a goofy part where you come across some of the dead sailors and they're kind of just like laying on top of the water. I don't know, look at it. It's weird. You drive around enough, you shoot down more planes, and then eventually the level ends and you and the boys on the boat are like celebrating like your team just won the Super Bowl. And then quickly, your sergeant's like,
knock it off! And you listen up, Marines. You take a good long look. Hope none of you ever see a day like this again.
He's like, take a good long look. I think he says that. Take a good long look.
Take a good long look.
Pearl Harbor mission, actually pretty cool and well done. Now that's all about to change in level 2. So mission 2 starts and you're now in the Philippines and then like you just randomly run into your brother who, I don't know if you were like expecting to meet him there, if it was just like by chance, but he's like, holy crap, you're alive. You survived Pearl Harbor.
Joseph, is that you? Oh man, it's good to see you. You made it up to California, I can't believe it. We got real problems.
This is not how real people talk. You clear out some Japanese soldiers, you fix up this tank, and then when I played, I got shot by my brother in the tank and had to restart the whole level, so that was pretty cool. Overall, pretty terrible level. Your brother gets captured by the Japanese, which is an important point that will come back later, kind of, sorta. You come from the highs of the Pearl Harbor mission to this, and it's like, honestly, probably the worst mission in the game, probably. Then mission 3 kicks off. This one starts off interesting. You're in like a boat, and you're in Guadalcanal. So you're in the boat, moving along, you're taking fire from the Japanese on the shoreline, and then homie next to you gets hit.
Davis is hit!
Everyone in the boat's like, oh fuck. But then this crazy shit happens.
There's something in the water.
No! Davis! Hold him on deck! We lost him!
The funny part to me is like, you and everyone in the boat's like, oh! Keep your eyes peeled for Japanese.
Keep your eyes open!
Like right after this happens, you roll up on the shoreline with your homies. No one says anything about the gator. If I was in damn Guadalcanal and my homie got shot and then eaten by a gator, I'm telling everybody right away. But yeah, after that, the mission's kind of boring. You're just sort of fighting in this dark jungle, clearing out bungalows and killing Japanese. The gator part, definitely the highlight of mission 3, and honestly, one of the crazier moments in the whole game, so yeah. Moving on, next mission, you're clearing out some artillery guns. They call it Pistol Pete. I think it's like a hill with the guns in it. Gotta go fuck up that Pistol Pete.
I want that damn Pistol Pete taken out.
Pretty uninteresting mission. You're fighting through the jungle, and then you're in like the mountain clearing out the guns. The best part's the ending cutscene after you've done everything, and then your sergeant, like the Special Forces talent scout, just like come out of the bushes behind you, like they've just been watching the whole mission.
Let's move on then.
Here he is, sir. This kid's got potential. Really hate to lose him, but I think he's exactly what you're looking for.
And they're like, damn, yeah, this boy's talented. So the next mission, Singapore Sling, is your first mission as an OSS agent. This is a wild fucking mission. Starting off right away with your gun. It's called the Well Rod, and it's like this single shot, super silenced, like assassin pistol thing. It's like almost always a one-shot kill, so pretty cool to use. You sneakily clear out this dock of Japanese soldiers, and then the Rickshaw's waiting for you. I'm not gonna give the play-by-play on this, just watch.
Be very tight. Rumor has it that a whole company of secret police work for me. Keep it mum. I'll do the talking.
Yeah. Wild. I love how he's like running so fast down the street that people are like diving out of the way of the rickshaw cart. Also, the fucking shit gets hit by a car and your homie immediately runs up to the Japanese like, hey, let me reason with them. Let me do the talking.
I'll do the talking.
The rickshaw driver gets hit by a fucking car and then just like books it down the street. I walked back and found him just standing there, just hanging out. Wild section, but there's more. Turns out the noodles are wet and spicy for some reason. Then there's this bit where you're stopping this car and you throw it out on these caltrops and then the car just like spawns out of nowhere and runs them over. This happens in like this back alley and it just defies all logic where the car came from or why it would even be back there. You steal this German officer's uniform, revealing that he's wearing these red heart boxers. Let me remind you, this game started with a very serious recreation of Pearl Harbor. You eventually roll up to the hotel where the meeting's being held, and then the hotel manager walks like this.
Enjoy your stay.
Dude's walking around like he's holding in a football-sized shit in his ass. You eventually get to the meeting, hear about the Axis plans, and then Hart Underwear guy shows up and he's like, "That's my uniform!"
That's my uniform!
So yeah, your cover's blown, but then this happens.
That's my uniform!
But yeah, you manage to shoot your way out and your Japanese buddy from the rickshaw shows up and rescues you in a bus and yeah, everything's fine. So much wild shit. Too much wild shit in this mission. So now that you have some intel on what the Japanese have going on, the rest of the game turns into this plot to like foil them getting their gold, which they're stealing from these other countries. It's a whole thing. So yeah, moving on to the next mission. It's the first one where you're trying to stop them from getting the gold. You're back in the jungle for a good bit, but then you get to these like cool temples with statues and like golden Buddhas and shit. There was also this part where I walked into this courtyard and it was like full of Japanese officers meditating. And then like when you get close to them, they jump up and charge you with their katanas. And then you find the gold smelting room where you have the pleasure of getting attacked by shovel-wielding Japanese soldiers. So yeah, you kind of ruin the gold smelting operation, blow up this temple, and then it's on to the next mission. Nothing too silly or crazy in this one, but the environments are cool.
Oh, boss. It's so big.
In the next mission, you're set to stop this train that has more Japanese gold aboard, but then you're treated to the funniest cutscene in the entire game. This might be the stupidest face anyone has ever made, ever. So yeah, you're back, boots on the ground in the jungle. There's like a diarrhea river. You link up with some Australian soldiers, which is always a good time. Love me some Aussies. And then it's time for what is perhaps the most infamous moment in the entire game. After fighting through the jungle and clearing out the Japanese, you come across this. So yeah, of course, you get to ride this bitch and shoot down all the Japanese while they fire mortars and charge you with katanas. I know it's a video game, I know it's for fun, but like, wouldn't you just shoot the elephant's legs, like immediately and it would just be done? Like, come on. Come on. Once again, this game started with a very serious recreation of Pearl Harbor. So after the elephant, you do eventually get to the part where you can stop the train, and then there's like a good old train explosion. You blow up some trains, you blow up some gold, you jump into some water, Japanese guy rescues you again, you know. And now it's time for the final mission. This one, you're sneaking onto this Japanese aircraft carrier and like blowing the whole thing up, sabotaging it. Everything's going according to plan until you get to this room and they fill it with fart spray and you get captured. It's definitely not supposed to be funny, but when you're like getting interrogated by the Japanese here, the one dude is just teeing off on your boy.
One day the war will come back to haunt you, and Japan will
Remember how I said you like randomly run into your brother? Well, like when you're getting interrogated in this part, he's like, oh, you look like this other American prisoner. It's like your brother just happens to also be a prisoner on the same aircraft carrier.
Is it possible that you have a brother?
So of course you escape, you fight your way through the aircraft carrier trying to get off. And then like the Japanese officer has your brother. And he's like, say goodbye to your brother, dumb American.
Say goodbye, American fool.
It just defies all logic. It's so silly. So then, yeah, you and the British guy get in a plane, like, trying to escape the ship. And I swear, it's like the whole Japanese Air Force starts swarming the ship trying to kill you. And you're shooting down, like, hundreds of planes in this part. And then when you finally take off, like, there's a part where the plane just goes backwards. I don't know what's going on, but dudes is just defying physics in this section. But yeah, after a few minutes of that, you blow up the aircraft carrier, and then like it's just not resolved what happened to your brother. It's just like assumed that they took him somewhere else.
Well, Griffin, we need to find out where Shima's taken your brother.
They're kind of like setting it up for a sequel, which I guess was planned and then canceled. But like, see, after all that, then you're greeted with the end credits and a very serious thank you message to veterans, like thanking them for their service. It's just kind of funny to see this when I just played through a game where all of this shit happens. It's like, did you think I forgot about the machine gun elephant already? And then weirder still, after the credits, it goes to more real war footage and information about what happened in the Philippines, and it's showing like skin and bone POWs and shit. And it's like, yeah, most of them died. And then the game just ends.
However, less than a third of the troops he had left behind were rescued.
What? So yeah, that's the fever dream that's Medal of Honor Rising Sun. They just don't make them like they used to. For those of you still watching, may your noodles be wet and spicy, and I'll see y'all next week where I play Mario 64, but every time he says Mamma Mia, I eat a slice of pizza. Later, nerds.